Okay, hello, welcome again to Cooper's Corner. Today I'm going to focus on a glance at my year in reading. Please note, if you want to know more about any of these things, come see me. I'll tell you all about it, as well as some of them I might do more Cooper's Corner looking at specific parts in the future. So, first thing, as soon as you can, you want to get reading assessments done. If you are very fortunate to have a wonderful helping resource teacher, this is something as soon as they can, I ask, okay, resource teacher, can you please start pulling kids from the room while I'm doing whatever? This is a priority for me. I want them to produce a document. Mr. David Hilder did a great job for me last year where it had all the kids' names, and he showed me sort of their levels, so I immediately knew who are my lowest readers so I could focus on them. That'll be important as we go on. First thing I do in English in terms of reading is I'm pumping up the reading. From day one, I'm trying to generate excitement. I'm reading Wayside Story with creepy voices. I'm reading The Mysterious Disappearance of Aiden S. And I'm making it intense. I'm pointing out, and I'm very fortunate, I acknowledge, to have Remedy, so I've bought lots of books, but I'm excited, and I'm telling the kids, what are you into? I can get books for you. Something I do, I use my Fraser Valley Regional Library card, I use my husband's, my mom's, and my stepdad's, so I've taken out about 200 books, some that I've suggested, some that kids have suggested. They get excited when you say, yeah, I'll get that book for you. So I'm pumping it up. I'm asking for their recommendations. Then today I started talking why reading is important. So I show them, why am I so excited about this? Why do I think we should read every day? I talk about how it's linked with success. I show them articles that talk about how these 10 things, it's like good for your brain, all this stuff. I have that information. As I said, use your local library accounts. Take them to the library. Take them to the school library. Take them to the local library. I have a library scavenger hunt little checklist thing they can do. Come see me if you want to see that. So I'm going to take them to upstairs library at our school, but I'm also going to try and book a walking field trip to the Tim Center / the local library, because that's a really easy, cheap one, first field trip experience. I'm thinking, and again, this depends on your money, but if we do the scavenger hunt, maybe I'm going to let them win like a $20 gift card to Indigo. Again, pushing that excitement. So that's where I have here that field trip. Also, I have them sit down. I'm showing them books in my class library. So I'm going to have them come. I'm going to have them all sit here, and I'm just going to pop through and be like, these are the amazing books. Oh, this one's about this. Oh, if you like this, these grade 8 kids love this one. Just really pumping up the energy as much as I can. I also have, if you could come around here, Mr. Lauser, I made, and I realize, sorry, I should have pulled that up a second ago, recommendations. So I had all the kids tell me, and I'm going to print these out and show them in their opening sort of a little bit about me. Tell me some of the books you recommend. So when they see their name or their peer's name, some of them wanted to stay private. They're like, ooh, that so-and-so liked that book. Ooh, that's a good book. Oh, I liked that book too. Building up that excitement. So this will all go on my wall once I've shared it. Back to a glance. Okay, so I pumped up the reading. We're excited. We know why we're doing it. Something I like to do, use that SOAR time. Basically, once we have our assessments, we have sort of our levels, we can organize the kids into groups of about 4 or 5. I have myself, my resource teacher, and my SEA each take a group. So one group there, one group there, one group there. We use the Fontes and Pinnell leveled books. Obviously, the ones who are the lowest groups, we're seeing those more often. We're also cycling through the stronger groups. Ms. Cooper, what do we do with the rest of the kids? The rest are over in Briscoe's room doing basic math facts. Something that just keeps them busy and it's easy for him to manage. Something to keep in mind, I don't necessarily have my resource teacher support on the scheduled SOAR days. So we organized, we're going to do SOAR Tuesday and Thursday because that's when we have her. We're going to do Flock Monday and Wednesday because that's when Cam's going to have her. So we worked that out to get the most adult support. Other things. 10 minutes of silent reading every day. I cannot imagine starting my long literacy classes without this. And the routine just saves me. I was late coming down to class because I was at the TL meeting this morning. The little sign, binder, pencil, begin silent reading was already projected on the overhead. I came in the room, they were silent reading. 10 minutes. And this time is golden because this is the time when you can have your SEA, your resource teacher, pull a student into maybe a side quiet space, probably the lowest ones, trying to read with those lowest readers every day for that 10 minutes. I go to my desk, I try and go through the rest of the kids. So I'm there to supervise and I'm working through all of them so they all feel like they're getting read with, but the ones who need it are getting it the most. After the silent reading, I then do 10 minutes of read aloud every day. Obviously, we have a tendency to focus on fiction, but it's very important as well that you try and include some non-fiction. Today, I looked at one of these One Day by the Numbers. You'll notice, taking it out from the library, the kids were so into it. Yesterday, I showed them this one, The Mysterious Disappearance of Aiden S. You can see one kid from Briscoe's class has already claimed it, and a kid from my class. Just like on Netflix, if you see the trailer, you're keener to read it. Pump up that excitement. Okay. Have your lowest readers read with an adult every day. Cycle through the rest as much as possible. We've already touched on that. Read to appear. That came out, sorry, that's spelled wrong. That should say. Something I'm going to try this year, because I haven't done in the past, is not just having them silent read and be read to, and read to an adult sometimes, but on Fridays, giving them the option of go sit with a partner and read to your partner for that 10 minutes of silent reading time. Just a short piece. Keep in mind, you need to tell them the expectations ahead of time. We're gonna fill in one of these for silent reading in the coming days. What does it look like? What does it sound like? We'll do the same thing for reading to appear. If they know what to expect, it's more likely to actually happen. Reading buddies with an elementary school. I've been trying to get this going for a long time. I finally reached out and just called Simons the other day. I'm in the process of arranging to have my grade 6s, 2 classes go and read to a grade 1 and a grade 2 class. I'm thinking they can bring a book that they can read, that they get from the library. They'll get excited about that. Maybe they're reading a book the kid likes. We're gonna see how that goes. Building that reading confidence. Reading buddies with the grade 8s. This is something Jen Lith suggested last year and I love. You have to be selective about who you choose, but I had some lovely girls who were ELL and who needed extra reading practice, and they connected with some of Jen's grade 8s last year wonderfully, became friends. So when we'd SOAR time, Jen's grade 8s, about 6 of them, would come here and read with 6 of my sweet low readers. Sorry, the time, looking at it, okay. Reading power. I will have to do a whole other Cooper's Corner on that. Basically, my year, once we've pumped it up, we're working towards reading power, which is the metacognition, the connecting, visualizing, questioning, inferring, and transforming. This is what I based my whole year of reading on. I use the Adrian Gear strategies, using kids' books to introduce those reading powers. Those reading powers build understanding. Those are what good readers do. Retell and reading power response with the read aloud. So once we've learned those reading powers, then every day when we do our read aloud, and I'm going to start with a specific one, Harry Potter, or whatever book it is you wish, I go on to like 2 degrees. I have the kids, very easy, tell me their MII and their RPR. So you have to, turn to their partner. What's the most important ideas, the retell, as well as what's one reading power response. I then, they turn to their partner, thumb to your chest when you're done. When I see, they've told me they've all got an idea, I pull a name. Gives me instant feedback. So every day they read aloud, every day they're hearing other people retell, they're adding, they're participating, and they're showing me that they've understood. Simple, so that then leads beautifully into my simple literature circles, which comes in like after spring break. So their task when they do their lit circles is just to do these things. So they've already been practicing it in partners all year. When we get to the spring, now they're doing it more independently and sharing it in a small lit circle. I also love Reader's Theater. I have some great ones. It's a fun way to practice reading, obviously, as well as oral speaking. Okay, I think that is it. Thank you very much. Please look forward to telling you more about reading in the future. Bye.